Guys, how you doing? Hope you're good. So, what we're going to do is go through two scenarios. And the reason I want to do this video is because I want to help you transition from work mode to personal space. Work mode to personal space. And I think that it's an important transition because it's important for you to get your head in the right place to go back home. And I think that if we can weigh off this routine, what I'm going to go through here, it will allow you to think a little bit more about the journey from work to home, the process of getting the state of mind in the right place to be present for the family. And what does this have to do in terms of the end goal of body transformation and a happier mental well-being? Well, it helps us, gives us that space away from a particular position like work that stresses us out, it frustrates us. It affects our eating habits, our drinking habits. It affects our mood, our stress. That affects our body. So I always talk about those foundations that we build. This is one of those foundations. This is a pillar. This is important for you to understand. This will hopefully help you not only gain some extra personal development, but it will also help you with your mental well-being. I'm just going to take 1 second so I can see myself on my laptop, so I can see if there's any comments. Just give me 1 second. I'm still here. Hold with me. Stay with me. Okay, there you go. So I can see myself now. Good. All right. So this is the typical scenario. This is not going to be for everybody. So you don't need to comment going, well, that's not fucking for me. That's not practical. All right. Put it into your own situation. There's like millions of people, right, out there. So it's not going to be exact for everybody. But this is kind of like a generalization. So we finished work. We had a commute home. So there's lots of different ways that people are commuting. Sitting on the train, ram-packed. You are maybe driving in the car, on your motorbike, running, biking. And it's just that distance where, you know, it could be 2 hours, it could be 30 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 5 minutes. Okay, so there is a commute home. We get home, we walk through the door. And, you know, we're a little bit antsy because maybe work it's been full on. So what happens while you're at work is that your brain, your state of mind is so consumed with everything that's going on. Clients, boss, working environments, tasks that you've been given. And you come home and you're still carrying all of that. We haven't done anything in this time, this opportunity to get rid of any of that poison or purge the day, right? So we walk in, what's the first thing that most of us do is have a beer. Now there's nothing wrong with having a beer, okay? But it's when one beer turns into 6 beers. And at 10 o'clock at night, you're falling asleep on the sofa, still in your shirt and tie. You know, it's a sorry sight. Nothing wrong with one beer, 4, 5, 6, every single night. It's becoming a habit. It's that unhealthy habit. You become quite short-tempered. Mrs. is asking you when you're going to put the shelf up, when you're going to sort the garden out. Are you going to hang your socks up? Hang your socks up. Put your socks in the washing bin, hang your clothes up. You know, you've kind of just walked through the door. You've kind of gone from one environment that is full on, tasks, work, everything else going on. And now you've walked in the door and it's like, kids, Daddy! And then wife going, hang up the clothes! Like that. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you've gone from one mental environment to another. You wouldn't enjoy that, right? That's family life, but it can end up being detrimental. You're still in work mode, so you're still a bit edgy from work. So that short temper, you're snapping at everyone, you're snapping at the kids. Okay, you end up picking food. You know, you're hungry, it's probably 2 hours before dinner. So you come around picking on food, snacking, grab a bag of crisps, grab a couple of biscuits with your beer. Okay, and then you start scrolling through social media, okay, and Facebook. You see knobheads like me talking about it. Yeah, bell end. And you're just going through there and you're scrolling through, right? Who suffers? Who suffers? The family suffers. The family suffers. And I saw a very interesting post-interview with Rory McIlroy on golf yesterday. He was talking about how his golfing game affected his personal life, and there was no differentiate. I can't get my tongue around it. There's no difference between his golf life and his work life. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied. And he was talking about how if he had a bad day at golf, if he was critiqued, that would affect his personal life. And there was no separation. There wasn't just golf there, and this is personal space. If I have a bad round of golf, it shouldn't affect my personal life. And it's very difficult, and he's obviously worked really hard with a coach to separate those two differences. And this is where this comes in, this transition. We need to separate work from home life. Obligation, pleasure. Okay, and that's where we need to separate, bang, and that happens in here. So what I'm going to talk through now is what is hopefully going to be a positive scenario. Again, okay, this isn't a perfect world. It doesn't always happen like this, but it's just to raise your self-awareness. It's just thinking, oh, that's quite a good idea. If you get one gold nugget from this, then brilliant, all right? Let me move this way a little bit. Can you see me all right? You leave work, commute to home. There is ample opportunity here to start getting your brain working in a different way. Usually on the commute here, we're thinking about work, we're thinking about everything that's happened, it can rile you up, it might have been a great day. Do you know what I mean? Not every day is like, oh, I feel sorry for myself day. We have a good day at work. But there are opportunities for us to start changing our state of mind. And those opportunities can come in. I've just put 3 examples here. Okay, so I've put a podcast. It's a State of Mind is a great podcast. An audio book. It's a State of Mind audiobook, which will be out very soon. Will be a great audiobook. And a brain dump. Now, these 2 things are listening to other people. You're listening to positive outlets. You're listening to positive people, positive stories. And what's that doing is slowly already transitioning your mindset from work issues to time for you and your development and listening and taking your mind away from everything that's happened in the last 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours, however long you've been working. All right, audiobooks is the same. You can really get into one. You know, things like biographies, like Emmett Middleton's book, Jason Fox's book. You know, who's the other guy? David Goggins. Great books. You get really enthralled within, and it takes your mind off everything that's happened. Brain dump is another good one. If you have a journal, you can write down everything that's happened today, areas you can improve on, situations that annoyed you, things you've got to do tomorrow, and it really just empties the mind. Okay, so already we've done stuff to make us feel better when we walk through the front door, and then we walk through the front door. Okay, and instead of going for this area, we want to go for here. So there's things you can do. You can hit a workout. You can do just like 10, 15 minutes just to purge the day. You might follow a set workout. You like the guys in the Brotherhood to come home and to do that, or you might have your own routine. You don't have to go down the gym to do it. You can go for a run or a walk. You can do some breathing. You do some meditation. Okay. You can go into the kitchen. You can drag the kids with you, and you can prep for 20 minutes your food for the next day. All right, I'm going to cook up some chicken. Kids, this is how we cut up the chicken. Guys, you cut the vegetables. I'm going to cook the rice. Something that you can do together. Okay, and it gets your mind off of work, and you're doing something that's productive for yourself. Okay, you could do, like I just spoke about, a review of your day. You could just get your journal, find some quiet place up in the bedroom while you're getting changed after a shower or something, and just review your day. I don't know, whichever one sort of you like to do, but this is much more positive, right? And this benefits these guys, because you have gone through a process of forgetting about work, and you slowly transitioned your state of mind. Think about Rory McIlroy talking about, as soon as I finish the 18th, he goes straight into, I'm Rory McIlroy. This is like, I'm going to see my partner, my children, whatever he does in his private life, he forgets the golf course. And this is where we must learn to do that as well. You know, you're Joe Bloggs, manager of, as soon as you clock out, I'm Joe Bloggs, dad, husband. Your wife doesn't want you coming home treading on eggshells. You know, that's happened. That happens to me. That happened to me a long time ago. Happened recently. You know, my partner treading on eggshells because she doesn't know what mood I'm going to come home in. It's frustrating for them. You know, you're going to snap at the kids. Is daddy going to snap at me again? All right, we don't need that. So this is quite common. And this is where we would like to be. This is something we're going to work at. And this just doesn't come overnight. This is a change of habit. This is a change of routine. This is a change of structure. It's a whole process. So if you follow me, you'll know about the golden hour. But right here, we're talking about the golden hour, if you like, from leaving work. And it puts your frame of mind, the end goal, the purpose for all of this is to change your state of mind the minute you walk through that front door. The whole of this. You're either coming home already transitioning, you've got a plan of action. Coming home stressed, oh my God, is he going to be a wanker tonight? Fucking on the beers again, I'm going to bed. All right, and the end state is to change that state. Yes, this takes a little bit of time out of your family, okay? If you go and do a workout for 20 minutes, but wouldn't your family much rather you be in a better frame of mind, being out the game for an extra 20 minutes, knowing that they're going to get the full potential of you, rather than you sitting here being groggy and a shithead, okay? I really hope that helps. I'm really sorry I can't read any comments on there, but I will get back to some of them. Again, this is just a structure. This is just an example. It's a format. Not everybody does this 9 to 5 thing. We all have shift patterns, but I hope that you can draw something from it and apply it to your way of living and the way that you live your life. All right, guys. If you want some help with this, then I'm running my 5-day challenge. It's free. It's about building 5 pillars to having a more structured lifestyle. All right, from the 1st of April to the 5th. And you know what? There's an offer if you want to come and work with me for 12 weeks to develop not just this, but everything that goes with it, all of the chaos of life. And, you know, it's about finding structure amongst the chaos. Life is chaotic, it will never change. But we can change to make sure that we're more structured, to control everything, with the end goal being body transformation, happier mental well-being, and control of our time. Control of our time. Okay, guys? Thanks for watching. If you have been watching, I really appreciate it. If you do like and share, I'd be massively appreciative. I do get quite tongue-tied now and then, but have a great evening. For me, it's date night tonight, so I'm switching off. Have a great day. I'll catch you soon.